developing an effective content strategy starts with a goal, right? You have to know whether this content is going to be produced to move people into a shopping cart, to create awareness, to get your CEO's name out there, or to help generate leads for B2B sales reps. So start with the goal. Once you know the goal of this content and its purpose, then start thinking about the audience. Who is this designed for? If you're targeting CEOs of oil and gas companies, that's going to probably be a very different strategy than if you're targeting millennials driving to a shopping cart for some hot new tech product, right? So understand what the goal is, then understand your audience. Once you understand your audience, you need to produce content that will only be consumed where they actually live and where they want to consume the content. So the next to consider is channel. Is this going to be delivered via your website? Is going to be primarily through Twitter? Is going to be Facebook? Is this a YouTube channel that you're going to set up? Is this going to be a podcast series? Before you start thinking about the medium, you got to think about the channel that this audience wants to consume and actually lives today. So you have the goal, you understand your audience, now you've chosen your channel or channels to distribute this content and connect with that audience. Now you need to choose the medium. Now, a lot of times the channel you choose will decide the medium in and of itself, right? So if your channel happens to be a podcast, well, it's an audio file. That's your medium. If your channel is a YouTube channel, video is your medium. But if this is, say, your website, is this going to be a blog? Is this going to be a case study? Is this going to be a white paper in the form of a PDF? Is it going to be an infographic? If it's going to be graphics, is it going to be graphics in the form of a PDF, a JPEG image, or is it going to be just an image on a web page? You got to decide how most to effectively communicate through this channel to that audience. Once you have all that figured out, now you can actually start thinking about the topics, right? So, for example, in B2B content marketing, where the purpose is primarily to generate leads for an outside sales team, now we got to start thinking about what are the high probability pains that you solve for clients. The answer to that question is going to determine the topics that you're going to produce content for, right? So the person who's early in their search, they're a top of funnel prospect. They're going to care about different things than someone who's maybe they've selected the 2 or 3 vendors that they've narrowed down, and now it's time to choose which vendor they're going to do business with. Maybe here the white paper is the appropriate piece of content. Maybe in the middle is an infographic that serves as a buying guide to help them navigate this purchase process. And maybe at the bottom it's a case study or it's a video testimonial to demonstrate why you're the best vendor on the planet to solve that problem. But before you start actually producing assets, first identify the goal, identify the channels identify the audience that's going to consume your content, the channels they prefer to consume that content, then the mediums you'll deliver, and then finally you can start producing content according to the high probability pains you solve and the buying stage that those prospects consider in their purchases.